I want to tell you something. There's 17 townships in Kosciuszko County, and Marcia can attest to this. Sometimes when we have a vacancy on the Township Advisory Board, nobody files for it. That's not unusual, in fact, in some townships. And we have to kind of fight to get somebody to be willing to do it, which has its successes and not. I think the people of Warsaw and Winona Lake and Wayne Township should be very proud that 3 eminently qualified candidates have come forward. And I want to thank each and every one of you, and I only regret that one of you can prevail tonight. So, again, I'll give you 3 minutes to speak. At the conclusion of 3 minutes, I'll stand up. That's simply your cue to wrap it up. I don't need for you to stop what you're saying. So, the first speaker will be Tyler Huffer.
Hi, I'm Tyler Huffer. I have strong roots in this community as living and growing up here for 23 years. My father has served Wayne Township as a firefighter for more than 20 years. My grandfather served Wayne Township also for 35 years. I also served the community as a township and as a paramedic at Wayne Township EMS. My family has taught me well in the importance of public service. It is my strong desire to become more involved in our local community government. I support the preservation of our township government. I believe in small grassroots government. While keeping tax dollars low, I will strive to build a more effective and streamlined township government. I am up for the challenge of serving on the township board and want to bring enthusiasm and optimism to the position. I also have the time to dedicate to the Wayne Township Board. I stress fiscal management. I am very frugal with my finances, and I'll be even more frugal with the township taxpayer money. I also understand the tax dollar can be stretched only so far, and the board and trustee cannot always please various government entities at all times. I respect the tax dollar is finite. I bring a wealth of contact with our township citizens. As the youngest candidate, I bring fresh opinions and ideas. With my job, I work every day with our township citizens. I interact with the citizens on a one-to-one basis with every socio-economical class. I feel I can add value and experience to the board and help us transition as we move forward. I am capable of seeing all sides to an issue and making a decision to benefit everyone's behalf. I will bring a fresh perspective, new ideas, and I do not have a set agenda, other than to be diligent and to spend the tax dollar prudently and in the best interest of Wayne Township. I would appreciate your support by voting for me this evening. I assure you that I will work diligently to safeguard the best interest of our township. Thank you.
The next speaker will be Robert Bishop. Robert.
Good evening. Since I declared my candidacy about a week ago, I tried my best to contact each one of you, first by email to give some biographical information, and then by telephone to introduce myself, and hopefully I've pretty much shaken everybody's hand tonight. And I'd like to take an opportunity to introduce my wife Lois, and my daughter Grace, and my daughter Ashley, who are very happy to be here, although I had to bribe them with dinner at Matt Anthony's. One thing I didn't tell you when I talked was my philosophy of government. And it may be a little old-fashioned in today's circles, but I still believe in the idea of a contract between the citizens and the government. And that means that we expect the government to do certain things. And in Wayne Township in particular, that means provide fire service and provide ambulance service, amongst other things. And we as citizens agree then that we will be taxed to help pay for those services. And a good office holder understands that balance and works for that balance, and understands that in each community that balance may be a little bit different. And so you can't just think what you want, you got to think what everybody wants. Let me tell you about how I put that into play as a deputy prosecutor here in Kosciuszko County, where I manage the Child Support Enforcement Office. Child support is unusual. The federal government has given me very objective performance numbers. I can tell you exactly how my office does. I can go to any child support office in the country and tell you how they do. Currently, we collect 71% of all the child support orders. You say 71%, that's not very good. But 6 years ago, we collected 62% in Kosciuszko County. And that 71%, and I'm very proud of this, is 9 percentage points, not percent, 9 percentage points better than the state average and 10 percentage points better than the federal average. One of our measurements is how many cases have orders. In 2006, we were at 79% of our cases had orders. Today, we are at 93% of our cases have orders. National average is only 81%. We're beating that the rest of the nation by 12%. That is the dedication and performance that I brought to my job as a deputy prosecuting attorney. And I promise you, I will bring to the job a Wayne Township Board advisory member, should you give me that chance. And I think Tyler touched upon some things that are interesting. We all know property values are largely stagnant, which means the income to Wayne Township is going to be stagnant. We all know that groceries cost more and gas costs more, and that means the expenses of Wayne Township are going to be higher whether we want them or not. And the new board members are going to have an ongoing challenge to determine how we're going to meet this stagnant income and increased costs. And I stand ready and willing to fight that battle for you along the lines of the government contract. That is my philosophy of how we should do business as a government. And I hope that you'll support me tonight with your vote. Thank you.
My name is Erin Rowland Jones, and I just wanted to start with a little bit of background. I know some of you, and some of you are new to me. I was born and raised here in Warsaw. My parents, Fred and Karen Rowland, as well as my brother, still reside here in Warsaw and Winona Lake. I graduated Warsaw Community High School in 1994, graduated from Indiana University with a bachelor's in psychology in 1998, and I graduated with my law degree from Michigan State University College of Law in 2005, magna cum laude. I started practice here as a general law practitioner in January of 2006, and I'm proud to say that I opened my own business, my own law practice, Rowland Law Office, in 2011. I do have to note, since he's here today supporting me, I married my wonderful husband in 2010, Jared Jones. Growing up here, I might have taken for granted this community and how wonderful it is. When I moved back in 2005, I again recognized what a great community we have here, what great resources we have in the natural resources and in the people in the community itself. Let me back up. This recognition of what a great community we have here led me to see how much my upbringing here led to my successes. I volunteered in every community I've resided in, and after I graduated from Kosciuszko Leadership Academy in 2006, I realized volunteering on boards would be a great way to give back to the community, as well as meet other like-minded community members. In 2007, I began my first term on the board of directors for the Kosciuszko Community Shelter for Abuse, otherwise known as the Beeman Home. The last 3 years, I have served on their finance committee, in which we set the budget and deal with the finances of that organization. I'm currently the secretary of that board. In 2006, I became involved with the United Way of Kosciuszko County by sitting on the Education Vision Council. They help make the determination of some of the funding of the programs that United Way funds. In 2007, I started my first term as on the board of directors for United Way of Kosciuszko County, and I'm now currently serving my second year as board president for United Way. United Way has raised over $2 million the last couple of years for Kosciuszko County programs, and the experience that I've had with United Way I think is important. They are very good stewards of the community dollars, and I have seen the arduous process that has gone through and involved in analyzing and deciding how to fund the programs that United Way funds. It's taken very, very seriously. My experience on these boards I think would be an invaluable experience to the position here. I want my community organizations, and public officials to be good stewards of our money and to be fiscally responsible. I believe my analytical nature, my education, my law experience, and my board experience make me well suited for a position on the Wayne Township Advisory Board. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'm not afraid to keep quiet when I need to listen and learn, and I'm also not afraid to speak up when my opinion is needed and important. I thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight and would appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Otherwise, people can vote. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a winner. Congratulations, Robert Bishop.
Thank you all for giving me your support, and to Tyler and Erin. I know this is the first time for both of you guys, and I've been around the mill over in Allen County, but I'm here a number of times doing stuff. I hope you guys will stay active. To the rest of you, if you want to call and yell at me because you don't like what I'm doing, please feel free. That's, again, part of my philosophy of government. So, thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations.